Welcome everybody to a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video today. And this week sees the release of the first season of Pennyworth hitting store shelves, along with Shout Select is releasing a Blu-ray edition of the 1994 comedy The Road to Wellville, and Arrow Video is releasing a Blu-ray edition of the 1988 horror flick Dream Demon, plus much more. So let's go see the deals, exclusives, and we're at our first location, Walmart. So let's go in and see what they got. All right, everybody, we are in at Walmart here, and this is going to be a short trip, guys, no lie, because there is nothing new out here, man. None of any of the new releases this week. I mean, technically there's only one major release, and that's Pennyworth, and I just don't honestly think that's really worth it for Walmart to bring in, at least this one. So it's all the same stuff from last week, man, previous weeks as well, all the same stuff over here. Yeah, none of the sort of new indie titles or anything like that. It's all the same stuff, dude. I mean, even look here, like, they are missing a lot of stuff in their shelves, man. A lot of empty spaces, man. They did have an abundance of 4Ks, and that has definitely gone down as well. Certainly has not, like, restocked this area. The family section hasn't really been restocked. I do notice that they kind of have this new area over here, and they did have those sort of Warner Brothers iconic moments, but that actually seems to be gone now. They have no more of them over here, so they're putting in these sort of cheap DVDs. Like, I mean, some of them are good movies, like, you know, First Blood Part 2, Dirty Dancing, Hell or High Water, some of the Saw movies, Friends, I mean, stuff, you name it, but they're all really low price. So you like $3.96. Some of the stuff that they don't have here is $2.96, $2.96 as well. The Friends stuff down there is $9.96. Some of the DVDs of some of the TV season stuff is $14.96 as well. So I mean, they're good prices, you know, but again, they're like cheapo DVDs that you can get pretty much anywhere. I mean, again, if you don't have it, I mean, something like $3.96 is a really great fucking price. So, you know, it's worth it if you don't have it. And a lot of these also come with $5 movie credit on Vudu as well. So, you know, if you're looking to get something on Vudu, you buy one of these, you get a $5 credit as well. So, win-win? Possibly, guys. I mean, like I said, I kind of heard that they were going to be stocking a lot of these sort of cheapo DVDs for, you know, like low prices, sort of, you know, bring them in, people sort of snag them for a low price, you know, Walmart wins, the vendor wins, all that kind of stuff. I mean, like I said, they're good movies, I mean, but there's already Blu-ray editions out of these titles, and they're not really that much more money either. They're pretty good prices anyways. So if you're only into DVDs, then that's not bad. But, you know, if you're looking for like a Blu-ray edition, you can get it for a pretty decent price overall. But I kind of figured they were doing some rearranging, but it looks like that's what the rearranging is. Besides that, they're still really out of a lot of stuff, man. Like, it is empty here in a big bad way, man. It really is rough, dude. I mean, I love this Walmart. I love coming in here. The people are really friendly here for the most part, but they got to do a better job with this whole section here, man, because it really is sort of lacking, man. And if they don't get up on this, then people are going elsewhere, man. It's just the honest to God truth. I hate to say it, but, you know, some people are looking for the movies in the media, and if they don't find it, shit, they'll go to people who do. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, guys. But yeah, it's looking a little rough for wear over here. But yeah, I don't know, man. Anyways, I was hoping they'd have at least one of the new releases, Pennyworth, or maybe some surprise. But, well, unfortunately, not really the case, guys. Shame, but what happens? Guess we're heading out of here a little early. Yeah, it's pretty rough here this week, guys. Like, there's nothing new to show off. That's pretty bad. But, I came back to this location later on last week after I had finished the out and about. And I came here sort of looking around just to see maybe had they put anything new out. And of course they didn't, but one of the guys was stocking the shelves over here. And I asked him, I said, whatever happened to the third party vendor that was over here and was filling the media and all that stuff? And he said, oh, like what vendor are you talking about, et cetera, et cetera. And I just sort of asked, and I said, he sort of came here every week stocking the shelves, the indie titles, and he said, well, we stock the shelves now, and there's a third party vendor that comes in ever so occasionally, but yeah, for the most part, we don't really have that anymore. So I think they actually got rid of him. I think they did, and now they just have the Walmart employees stocking the shelves. And these are good employees. I like them a lot. They're nice people, but they gotta go out of their way to like stock these shelves, man, and do a better job, because it's really rough, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's really bad, dude. Like, it's interesting because there's so much really great physical media that's out there, and sometimes I see this and it really upsets me because there's a lot of people that come here, browse, want to pick up stuff, and they just don't have the stuff to get, because there's just not any titles to show off here, and people just sort of just go somewhere else. You can make a quick buck by putting out the media. You just gotta do it, dude. And I don't know whether they're not ordering right or they can't really get the stock in. I mean, the employee did say that other stores get more priority than this store does. But it's weird because if you look back at the out and about videos like last year, like this Walmart, man, was carrying some great stuff. So is it priority now? Can they just not get the media in? I don't know. I'm not quite sure about any of that stuff, guys. But I don't know, man. It's kind of disappointment. But it's a slow week anyways. I figured they weren't going to have any new stuff. But I was hoping. I really was, man. But it is what it is, guys. Shame. Hopefully we'll see more next week. But you never know, guys. Hope you enjoyed, well, nothing here. Hopefully we'll see better next week. Well, let's head next location, and hopefully we'll see a hell of a lot more. All right, everybody. We are at our second location, Target. Now, see, there was a reason why I was really sort of upset that Walmart didn't have anything new this week. And I kind of fear the same for Target, and I hope we're going to see something, but I have a real sinking feeling that we're not. And the reason why is because I saw something online recently, like a day or two ago, about the top selling retail stores for physical media. And number 1 was Walmart, number 2 was Target, number 3 was Barnes & Noble, number 4 was Best Buy, and I forget what number 5 was. But this is why I find physical media to be very important, and I wish that these stores would go out of their way to really supply the physical media as much as possible, because a lot of people, they will, okay, you're shopping for some groceries or from clothes, and you're passing by the electronics section. You're like, oh, let's see what they got. Whatever. We're with the kids. It's movie night, whatever, and you end up, buying something. The cover looks really cool. We've seen a lot of covers that look really awesome, and maybe the movie is not that great, but the cover really gets you. Or, oh my God, I haven't seen that one in such a long time. God, that's a blast from the past. I mean, there's so many reasons to buy something. And it's impulse buying, and it's, people going out of their way to, oh, well, if I'm here for something else, I might as well check this out. I mean, I just see an opportunity, and I've always seen it, for physical media to still, and I still think it's relevant to this day, but, when I see stores like Walmart's or Target's not really carrying certain titles that I know would sell, I know would go out there and people would check out. If it's a good price, there's a good cover to it. If you stock it, people are willing to give things a chance and to buy stuff. I've done it. You guys have done it as well. It's our nature, man. And sometimes that opportunity is really lost when they don't stock these shelves. Tuesday is the day for physical media releases. You put the media out, and throughout the week, it's going to sell. It's been proven. I think a lot of these stores, unfortunately, only see the dollar bills when it comes to these high profile movies and nothing else. And I wish they would open their horizon a little bit more. I really honestly do. And until that really happens, I feel like we're still going to be stuck in this sort of niche market, which the niche market is great. I think the niche market is thriving, but we could be more. Digital is not always reliable, and there's an opportunity to sneak back in there with more physical media, but the stores have to be on our side, man. And if they're not, then it's tough to convince people otherwise. That's just my opinion, man. I mean, definitely let me know what you think, but God, I want to see more physical media at these stores. Things that I know would sell if they just gave it an opportunity, man. Just my thoughts, just my opinion, man. And speaking of opportunities, well, going into Target, it seems like, well, the past couple of weeks have not been exactly the greatest, to be honest with you. They've been very, I don't want to say, well, they've been bad. Let's be honest. They've been really, really bad. And so I don't know really what's going to happen. I really honestly don't. A part of me actually is hoping to see something new, but we're in sort of the low point of physical media. There's not a really lot of big titles coming out, and a lot of these stores just aren't carrying stuff. And when that happens, Target is just nowhere to be found, man. So let's hope that this changes this week, but I kind of doubt it. But I guess we just got to go in and find out. So let's head in. All right, everybody, we are in at Target, and more bad news, guys. Yeah, there is nothing new this week over here. This the same old stuff that we saw before. Nothing new whatsoever. Looking on the side over here, the same stuff. All the older stuff. Oh, again, they have the Fast and the Furious steel book, limited edition. Oh, the hot item of the week. Well, they've got that. Yay. We got that stuff over there. Same stuff over here. Even the TV stuff. I mean, I thought maybe we'd get lucky here and maybe see penny's worth. We're not even seeing that here. It looks like they haven't even touched the section in about like 2 whole weeks or something. Like they've barely touched this at all, moved anything around, you name it, man. It's just stayed the exact same, which really sucks because, you know, sometimes they have a little bit of surprises here, but not this time around. This is another short trip. Hate to say it, but we're not having good luck this time around. We are 0 for 2, baby. Oh, can you feel the excitement? Ooh. Oh, good Lord, man. I mean, part of it is not Target's fault because there's just not really any major, huge, big release that's coming out this week that like every store has to carry. But at the same time, like they can't try to get in Pennyworth or maybe some of the other like TV seasons that have come out in the past few weeks that have been absent at any of the stores we've seen. I mean, they've usually been good at that here, but not so much now, man. I mean, oh, I knew this would happen, man. We are now sort of in the doldrums of physical media, especially at the store level. Like, you can find stuff online and, you know, a lot of really great deals and sales, but when it comes to, like, brick and mortar in-store stuff, like the main companies, Walmart, Target, Best Buy, all these places, like, boy, you're really shit out of luck, man. Uh, and it's not until we get some major, like, new physical media coming out, some major new movies, that this might be the ongoing trend. Hate to say it, but it's most likely going to be the answer that we're going to get for a while, guys. I hope I'm wrong, but, well, we're not seeing it here, man. But hope you guys enjoyed, well, not really seeing much. Hate to say it. It was kind of a dry week yet again. I think this is like the third or fourth week in a row, but it is what it is, guys. But, well, let's hope better luck next week. In the meantime, we're 0 for 2. Let's try our luck somewhere else. All right, everybody. Oh, brother, this has been quite the week. We are striking out left and right. There's got to be a way that we can bounce back, guys, right? There's got to be some place where we can start to have the comebacks, or sort of the Rocky, like, Adrian! Let's hope, guys. And I think the place we can at least start is none other than the second Walmart. Oh, you know how much they love me here. However, they do have some indie goodies and some surprises that some of the other stores don't carry. So, well, let's hope we can find them here. Good luck. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming for a breaking news bulletin. I screwed up, guys. Okay, look, what you're about to see in the video, I did not wear my gloves when I went to the store. I forgot to put them on, and I just started filming, and it wasn't until after that I was like, oh, duh, I forgot to actually put on my gloves. I apologize, and sometimes what happens is I'm just rushing around like crazy, and I'm trying to grab everything I need, the masks and the gloves and you know, my cell phone and everything like that. And sometimes I'm just in a mad hurry, and sometimes I forget, guys. I really honestly do. So cut me a little bit of slack. I've been doing a really great job. I didn't wear gloves in this store, and I didn't wear gloves in one other store. Again, sometimes I forget. Sometimes I'm just going like a freight train and doing these videos, and for the most part, I've been very good at remembering, and ended up, you know, making sure I have the safety stuff on, the gloves and the mask and everything. But every once in a while, look, I am human. I do make a mistake, so I do apologize, honestly, guys. So cut me just a tiny bit of slack this time around, guys. I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to find physical media all over the place. So, hey, mistakes do happen. I'm only human, it does. So hopefully you guys forgive me. With that being said, let's head out and check out the rest of the video. Alright, everybody, we are in at the second Walmart, and there's actually a few interesting things worth checking out here. Thank God, because I thought all hope was lost, man. And the first thing I'm seeing over here is they have the Blu-ray of Think Like a Dog for $14.96 with Josh Duhamel and Megan Fox. Man, I have not heard from Megan Fox in such a long-ass time, dude. She's doing, like, family dog movies now? Okay. From Transformers to family dog movies. She's really scaling Hollywood. You know what I'm saying, guys? Jesus. Family comedy about a boy in he gets a telepathic connection with his dog. Oh, and they have to, you know, comically go through the complications of school and getting their parents back from their rocky marriage, and you know, him and the telepathic dog and all their funny antics. Woo! Oh, brother. Oh God. I'm not saying this is a bad movie. I'm not saying it, but haven't we seen a lot of these movies before? Like, oh, you know, the wacky adventures with the boy and his dog, and you know, all the heartwarming tales and shit. Like, I'm surprised this is not a Dove approved one, man. Shit. I mean, Josh Duhamel. It's so weird because Josh Duhamel and like Megan Fox, man, they were both like in the Transformers franchise. They were both big in that, and now they've been relegated to like, straight to Blu-ray and DVD dog movies. Like, what in the hell happened? Especially to Megan Fox. Because Megan Fox was like such a hot property, and it felt like everybody wanted her, and I think it was sort of the drama shit that she was doing, and some of her movie choices were like less than desirable, but fuck, work is work, and whether it's working with Optimus Prime or a telepathic dog, fuck, you need that money. Shit, dude. Well, if you like Megan Fox, haven't seen her in a while, and remember those good old Transformers days, think like a dog. Well, give it a go, I guess. Then over here I'm seeing they have the DVD of Inheritance for $12.96. Now, I actually got a chance to catch this on Amazon Prime, and I wanted to actually because of Lily Collins and Simon Pegg. I actually really enjoyed both of their work. I think they're really good actors for the most part. Some secrets can't be buried. Ooh. Not a bad cover, actually. Basically, Lily Collins sort of plays this, rising star, district attorney, and what ends up happening is that her father passes away, and she ends up finding this sort of almost like underground bunker where her father kept this guy and chained him up and has been doing it for like 30 years, and this guy is like mysterious. She doesn't know what's going on or what's his deal, and basically she's got to get answers from him, and he's sort of toying with her, and it's sort of like this psychological sort of cat and mouse game, I guess. But honestly, it's really good, man. I really enjoy this movie a lot, man. I mean, I think Lily Collins does a good job here. I think Simon Pegg actually does a great job too, man. He does an awesome job. Actually, he's really unrecognizable here with sort of the long hair and him sort of looking really strung out and thin. He looks really sort of like, at first I'm looking at him, I'm like, is that Simon Pegg? Like, he really dived into this role in a big bad way. He does a great job. You never know whether he's good or bad. He does a phenomenal job here, man, and so does Lily Collins. It's a really good sort of psychological thriller. I really enjoyed this one quite a bit. I thought it was actually sort of edge of your seat, actually. I enjoyed it. It's kind of flying under the radar, but just for the actors alone and everything, honestly, it's really well done, dude. I would give this one a chance. I honestly would. I thoroughly enjoyed that one, man. Then over here I'm seeing they have the DVD of The Haunted for $12.96. Look at this thing. Man, that is a cover. Look at that kick-ass cover, dude. I love that. Half of her face screaming and the other half is sort of a skull screaming as well. Man, that is a really great cover, man. I love that cover, dude. That's great. There is no escape. Nice. What is this one about? Employed as a night nurse for an ailing man, young caretaker. Oh, so it's basically almost like sort of like a haunted house, sort of like supernatural thriller almost. Kind of has some of that vibe, like creepy people and everything like that, and wondering what's around the corner. Jump scares, that type of thing. It looks interesting, man. It might not be the best haunted house movie you've ever seen, but it doesn't look half bad, man. And that cover, dude, that cover is fantastic. If I was just like here, like blind buying, this cover would hit me like a bag of bricks, dude. Dude, this is great. I might have to look this one up, dude. The Haunted. If you guys know anything about it, let me know. But that cover, man. Gotta love that fucking cover, dude. And then over here, they're still kind of working on some things over here, kind of filling in sections. But I did notice a couple things. First off, I noticed that they have the Scream Factory version of Big Trouble in Little China for $14.96. Now, last week I showed you that they had the collector's edition of Candyman, and I was really shocked by Candyman, dude. I was like, they have Candyman here, and now they have this one for Big Trouble in Little China, and now I'm thinking to myself, like, what is going on here? Like, what is happening? Like, we see, like, we saw The Omen, and we've seen Candyman, and now we're seeing Big Trouble in Little China. Like, what? Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, is this becoming a trend? Are we seeing more Scream Factory here? Like, I kind of hope we are, because that would be pretty kick-ass, honestly. And by the way, this is a really great movie. I fucking love this flick. This is a great John Carpenter flick. It's not the John Carpenter horror stuff, but it's sort of martial arts, action, sci-fi, supernatural, and really well done here. Kurt Russell plays a great leading man here, sort of the bumbling idiot turned into a hero. Like, really great, man. The martial arts is pretty cool here as well. I really like this one. Definitely, I don't know if I would say an underrated Carpenter, but one I don't think that comes up in a lot of conversations as much as it should. Really well done. And the Scream Factory one is great, man. I love this edition. I own this one. This is really cool, man. They have that one. They also over here have also the collector's edition of Firestarter as well. Now, this one doesn't have the slip on it, but holy shit, man. Like, more Scream Factory, dude. Damn, what the hell, man. Like, it's really cool, dude. And I'm kind of hoping that this Walmart kind of does a trend of putting out these sort of boutique label stuff. Like, I'm like, why not, dude? I mean, put out more Scream Factory, get Severin stuff and Vinegar Syndrome. Like, stock up the shelves with that shit, dude. I'd be a happy man. Firestarter is actually a really, really good movie, dude. Drew Barrymore is fantastic here. Based on a Stephen King book. Really well done. I really like this flick a lot. It's sort of old school effects and everything. I really enjoyed this one a lot. I heard they were trying to remake this movie. And I hope they don't, because this is such a really great flick, man. It doesn't really need a modern day remake with all the CGI and crap. This is pretty good on its own, man. Not bad, actually. Shit. Surprised they have this. And like I said, have things like Big Trouble in Little China, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, like I said, they've had other things before. Like, they have, like, the Candyman Collector's Edition, which is great. That's a great flick, and I'm really glad that Walmart actually has this in stock, because I hope people pick this up, because for $9.96, that's a really great price, man. Really cool, dude. Wow, actually some interesting surprises this time around. Glad we came in. Not half bad. Okay. Glad we checked it out. Let's head out. I am so glad that we came in here, guys. I really honestly am, because I was like thinking, oh my God, all hope is lost. We're never going to find anything. And man, at least a little bit of luck was on our side here. Thank God, man. So, not bad stuff. Actually, a few interesting varieties of things. Some interesting indie stuff. Some Scream Factory, which is not half bad either, guys. Now, I did look at some of the tags, and some of the empty shelves area with the tags are actually other Scream Factory and Shout Factory editions. Like, they're actually going to get some of that stuff in, which is really cool. I'm kind of excited. Hopefully they get that stuff in, because more boutique label stuff, that is really awesome, guys. So I am really looking forward to that in a big bad way, man. One of the employees was kind of looking at me like really weird, kind of like, what is he doing? Like, why is he doing what he's doing here? Like I said, I get these employees that kind of look at me like I'm like public enemy number one. So I had to finish more quickly than I wanted to, but I finally did. So thank God. Well, I'm glad we at least showed off what we did. Let's head to the next location. Hopefully the luck will continue. So look, guys, we went to the Walmarts, we went to Target, and we've only seen a little bit of media. I can't leave you guys with an out and about that is just that alone. We barely seen any media. I can't do that to you guys. You know me better than that. So we're gonna go to a couple places that I think are gonna be worth checking out. And, well, It has been a while, hasn't it? And since the coronavirus thing has sort of happened, all these places have closed, but now they're open back up. I'm interested to check one of these places out. It's been a while since I've been in here. And that is none other than... Oh, yeah, baby. Goodwill. Man, I actually haven't been in a Goodwill in a really, really long time. I made a video a long time back about Goodwill, and I found some really great stuff then. And I'm actually kind of interested what I'm going to find out now. Are we going to find some unique titles, forgotten flicks, out-of-print gems? It's Goodwill. You never know what you're going to find, but I have a good feeling about this one. Let's head in. Check it out. All right, we are in at Goodwill, guys. Well, finally back to check this place out. Let's see what they got here, man. Let's see here. A lot of physical media, man. Damn, a lot of DVDs, dude. Employee of the Month. Matt Dillon, Christina Applegate, Steve Zahn. Congratulations, you're fired. What, is fucking Donald Trump? What the fuck is this? What? Bank manager, girlfriend, best friend. I have never heard of this one before. Pink slip. Director. Huh. I've never heard of this one, dude. It looks kind of interesting to me, man. This director-writer did Strangers with Candy, which I really love, man. Such a bizarre, like, series, but interesting sense of humor. Oh, it kind of looks fun, actually. So some big names in this. Must be one of those, like, indie titles that just kind of passed me by. Actually, it looks pretty good. That... Brother, Sun, Sister, Moon. No, I never heard of this one either. Indie titles. Alec Guinness is in this. Holy shit. And this is an old school one. Damn. I never heard of this. Actually, it looks kind of interesting to me. I love Alec Guinness, man, but I haven't seen a lot of his work, especially the early stuff. I don't know if you guys know anything about this. Let me know. It's interesting. Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion. Fantastic movie. Love this flick, man. Great. And it's actually one of the only films I actually like Lisa Kudrow in. I'm not a big fan of Lisa Kudrow. Friends, I could, not a huge fan of it, but, like... And she's done a few roles, but this is the best thing I've ever seen her in. Like, I think this is flat out funny. Her and Mira Sorvino's great, man. This is a great flick. That... You got The Yards. Oh, I do remember The Yards, but this is so long ago, man. Joaquin Phoenix, Charlize Theron, James Caan, Ellen Burstyn, Mark Wahlberg. Fuck, dude. God, this thing's a blast from the fucking past, dude. Man. I haven't seen this one in ages. Man, Charlize Theron was young in this thing. Damn. That's a blast. That... Notice Pirates of the Caribbean, The Lost Disc bonus feature collection. What? Okay. Got that. 10 Commandments, Long Trail, Wanted, Hangover, Music and Lyrics. Oh man, I gotta comment on The Love Guru, guys. I gotta do it, and the reason why is that this film is so terrible, man. This movie is garbage. And this movie practically killed Michael Myers' career, man. This thing flopped so hard. It practically killed Jessica Alba's career, Mike Myers' career, everybody involved in it. And the only person that seemed to survive is Justin Timberlake, but he had the music shit, so he had something to fall back on. But fuck, man. This thing is downright horrid. Terrible comedy, stupid gags in it. Yeah, this is fucking dog shit. Shit. I gotta give... Novel Romance with Tracy Lords and Sherilyn Fenn. I've never heard of this one. This looks really interesting to me. Whoa. This one about... Estimate Tracy Lords. This performance. Wow, man, this kind of looks actually not like the kind of schlock that Tracy Lords would do. Like, it actually looks like something really very, very like dramatic and serious. But damn, I've only known like Tracy Lords to do like movie schlock. I mean, sometimes she's good. Like I like her in Cry Baby. She was really good in that. And Sherilyn Fenn I really like too. Twin Peaks, of course. Just One of the Guys. Like, never heard of this one. If you guys have, let me know. Looks interesting though. Made in America. Oh wow, man, this is another blast from the past. I haven't seen this in a long ass time too. I remember watching this, I think on like HBO years ago. At the sperm bank, she asked for a tall, intelligent black man. Well, 1 out of 3 ain't bad. Good lord, dude, this movie could never be made today. You could not make this fucking shit today. There's no goddamn way, man. In fact, I think if I remember correctly, when they were promoting this movie, didn't like Ted Danson like do like blackface or something? I could have sworn he did or something like that, and it like almost killed that guy's career. Like, damn, man. I remember really liking this movie though. I thought it was really funny, but it's been so long, man. Shit, that was a blast from the past. Snow Globe, that. Oh, Batman Forever, man. This shit takes me back, dude. Great. God. You know, a lot of people kind of shit on this movie, and I kind of understand why. It's not the best Batman movie of all time, but I thought it was fun, dude. I thought Carey was really good in it. Kilmer, I enjoyed him as Batman and Bruce Wayne. You know, it's not terrible. And I remember watching this movie in the drive-in with my parents, and those are memories that I'll keep forever, man. But I didn't mind this one. It was sort of the beginning of the end of like serious Batman for a while, with, you know, bat nipples and shit. But I mean, you know, still fun. And they have Hope Floats. This is actually a really good movie, guys. Hope Floats is actually really decent. Actually, this is one of my mother's favorite movies of all time. And I remember she bought the VHS copy, and she would watch it over and over and over again. After a while, I kind of got sick of Hope Floats. I was like, okay, Ma, can we put on a different movie? But I remember her really loving this flick, man. She really liked Harry Connick Jr. here, and Sandra Bullock back in the day. Like, she could do no wrong, dude. It was really good, man. I forgot about that flick. Now they also have A Midsummer Night's Dream. This is actually not a bad movie, actually. I remember watching this one a long time back. This is actually really, really good. I really like Kevin Kline in this one a lot, man. He's actually really good here. Calista Flockhart wasn't bad either. Michelle Pfeiffer and Kevin Kline, those were the two I really liked from this flick, man. It's not bad. I usually don't like these type of flicks, but this one actually wasn't that bad, though. Dragonfly. God, I hadn't seen Dragonfly in a long time. Shit. All this stuff is taking me back, dude. Fuck. Damn. Get me back, man. Whoa, young Tom Cruise, man. All the right moves. Man, this... Jeez, I'm seeing a lot of blast from the past stuff, man. Man, this was a really great flick, but it's been a while, man. Like, really young Tom Cruise. You got Craig T. Nelson here. I think you also have... Yeah, you have Leah Thompson in this thing. Yeah, this is a great flick, man. This is a great football flick, too. This is a movie that not many people really talk about, but they should. I mean, it's young Tom Cruise, but, I mean, it's still really, really a great one, man. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I remember watching this flick, and this flick, you know, man, it's not... I remember when I first watched this thing, and I remember really hating this fucking movie. This thing was like garbage. And then what ended up happening was that I kind of watched it like a year or so back, and I remember actually really enjoying it. I thought it was fun. I mean, it's still kind of cheesy, and some of the effects are really crappy, and I kind of hate the fact that it's PG-13 because I kind of wanted it to be a hard R. I think nowadays you can probably make this as a hard R and it'd be really cool. It's a great story, but I think it's kind of a missed opportunity. And Sean Connery, even though I like Connery, he was kind of miscast in this thing. I kind of feel like he didn't really fit. It's not a bad movie, but it's not terrible either. Yeah. A Mighty Heart. Haven't seen this one in a while too. Mighty Heart, they got that. The Dream Girl Christmas Vacation. Jesus. The fucking Dead Heat. Damn. Man, they got a lot of really unique ones here I hadn't seen in a while, man. Dead Heat. Rhoda Mitchell, Kiefer Sutherland, Anthony LaPaglia. Man, this is another blast from past shit. I remember liking this movie, but it's been so long. Wow, man, Dead Heat, shit. Then, and 10 things I have. Oh. Let me fix this here. The Mexican is actually really good. I remember watching this in the movie theater. I think I saw it with my mother. And actually, it wasn't half bad. It's not really a great movie, though. I think this was sort of like at the height of Julia Roberts. And like, it was kind of cool, like Brad Pitt and them like in this sort of like romantic comedy. But it kind of was a little too goofy for its own good. And I think people didn't really like care about the romance between the two. I will say this was, though, James Gandolfini is really great in this flick, man. He plays sort of like this tough guy that kind of has a soft spot. Mexican's okay. I would say watch it definitely for Gandolfini, though. Austin Powers, Wedding Crashers. Oh, Father of the Bride Part 2. Really, really love this flick. This is another blast from the goddamn past. Great flick, dude. I like Father of the Bride, I think probably just a little bit better, but this one is actually really good, man. And Martin Short is fucking hilarious in this flick, man. He's great. It's actually not a bad romantic comedy style sequel. It's not terrible though, actually. Oh my god, Revenge of the Nerds, the Panty Raid edition. Shit, and this thing is completely sealed too. And it comes from Walmart. Very nice. God. Dude, Revenge of the Nerds is part of my top 10 favorite films of all time. It is like to me, it's an absolute classic, dude. I love this thing so much, man. This thing is great. You definitely can't make this movie nowadays, dude. And they tried doing a remake, and like no college would let them film there because they just the script and everything, they just would not let that happen on their colleges. And I'm kind of glad because I don't need to see a remake of this. I love the original. The original is so good. It's classic, man. So many great lines. You know, what the fuck is a frush? Stuff like that. So good, man. The alpha betas and the nerds. It's so fun, dude. I love this. And it's kind of interesting because this is called the Panty Raid edition. And I'm telling you guys, you cannot make an edition now like this. There is no fucking way in the world that a studio is going to put out a title that has Panty Raid edition on it. There ain't no fucking way, man. Man, so good, dude. So good. If you've not watched Revenge of the Nerds, it's one of the best 80s comedies. I don't care what y'all say. I think it's fantastic, dude. Also got America's Sweethearts. I saw this in the movie theater. The reason why I watched it in the movie theater was basically for John Cusack, because I was a huge John Cusack fan. The movie is just okay. It's kind of a little goofball. It's a fun movie. I like Billy Crystal in it. I like this sort of dysfunctional relationship stuff. It's not the best from any of these actors, but it's not half bad though either. It's okay. Batman and Robin. We won't even touch that motherfucker. Ever After. Man, now this is another one that my mother loved and we watched constantly on VHS, dude. This is a great sort of adaptation of the whole Cinderella fairy tale type of deal. Drew Barrymore is fantastic in here. Dougray Scott is great as well. You know, there's a lot of sort of fairy tale adaptations that are kind of, I wouldn't say lame, but they're not exactly the greatest. This is, I honestly think, one of the better ones. And Angelica Houston playing the evil stepmother, she is fantastic here, dude. This is great. That's a great flick, dude. Christmas there. The Cape. I don't think I've ever heard of The Cape. Here's The Cape. That's really fun. He's righteous, he's heroic, he's the Cape. David Lyons is an honest man. Keith David is in here. Vinnie Jones. No, I've never heard of this one. It looks interesting, actually. The Cape. If you guys know anything about this, definitely let me know. Samurai. The Roses. Jack of Hearts. With Nick Mancuso, Louis Mandylor. God, I don't think I've ever heard of Jack of Hearts. Emmett Walsh. Oh, it's from Target. Shit. Okay. I think it's past the 90 days. Oh, looks interesting, actually. Las Vegas, the City of Sin. Interesting. I never heard of this one. You guys gonna have to let me know about that one. Coach Carter transported to Julian. God. Argo. The Big White. With Robin Williams, Holly Hunter, Tilly Nelson. I have never heard of this one. The Big White. On the brink of bankruptcy, Alaska travel agent Paul Barnell off a dead body. No, it's kind of one of these sort of whacked out dark comedies. Honestly, it looks kind of fun and interesting. I've never heard of this one before, guys, but this might be one worth diving into. Big White, that's interesting. And The Cutting Edge. The Cutting Edge is a great flick, dude. This is a really great sort of figure skating movie, and I can't say I really love figure skating. I don't think it's the most exciting thing in the fucking world, but I have to admit that this one I really love. D.B. Sweeney is great in here. Maura Kelly is awesome. I love sort of the romance dynamic between them. I think this is actually a really great sort of sports romance movie. I don't know, kind of weird to say that, but it actually kind of is. It's not bad. 48 hours, another 48 hours. A woman and a good company. Thanks. Stick it. Ooh, The General's Daughter. Nice. Another Walmart special. Great. You know what? Honestly, I saw this one in the movie theater, and actually, it's not half bad of a movie. I actually like this film. I think a lot of people look at later Travolta flicks as kind of lame or kind of cheesy, but there's a couple of really good ones, and I like The General's Daughter. I think The General's Daughter, and there's another movie that he did around the same time called Basic with Samuel L. Jackson, which is actually a really good one as well. This is a great sort of mystery, political style thriller. It's actually not bad, honestly. It's actually pretty good. You also have A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. Look at that. The first name in terror returns. Fuck yeah, baby. Look at that. You know what, man? Dude, so much people shit on Nightmare on Elm Street 2, and Dude, I get it. I understand it. It's not as good as other Nightmare on Elm Street films, okay? But I really do like part two. It's weird. It's all over the place. It has a lot of like weird gay undertones, like up the ass, man. But I don't mind that stuff though. I think Freddy's really cool here. I think Englund is really menacing. I really like the fact that we don't have a survivor girl here. We have a survivor guy. I kind of like that. It's pretty cool, actually. I like some of the like special effects. It's not bad, though. And I actually got to meet the leading guy at one of the conventions. And he was actually really nice. Very easygoing. You know, really great person to talk to. And I think there's like a documentary out on his life as well. Really, really great, man. Not bad. You gotta just give it a chance, goddammit. Polish Wedding with Lena Olin, Gabriel Byrne, and Claire Danes. Damn, man, where the hell has Claire Danes been? This seductive and this sinfully sexy young woman. God, I've heard about this one, but I don't think I ever saw it. God, blast from the past, Polish Wedding. Shit. Frankie and Hazel. Misha Barton. God, that's a young fucking Misha Barton. Shit. Good lord, man. Shit, this had to be before like the OC days and everything. Fuck. Damn it, this is like a blast from the goddamn long ass past. Look. That's English. Mr. Woodcock. Chill Factor. Shit. God, I hadn't seen this one in a long ass time. Cuba Gooding Jr. and Skeet Ulrich. Shit. I actually really thought this one was a fun movie. I think Cuba Gooding Jr. plays like an ice cream vendor or something like that, and they're on the run. It's kind of ridiculous, but I really enjoyed this. I think this is a fun flick. Nobody really talks about Chill Factor. I hadn't watched it in so long, but I remember it being fun, dude. A fun flick. Fine. Sure, sir. Gross Anatomy, which I bought not too long ago. We Were the Mulvaneys with Bo Bridges and Blythe Danner. This is an old school one too. Shit. Damn, they got like a lot of old school stuff at this. Fucking Goodwill, dude. Forces of Nature. Oh my god, man. This brings me back, dude. Sandra Bullock and Ben Affleck, man. I like this romantic comedy. Like, Sandra Bullock and Ben Affleck play completely opposites, and eventually they kind of fall for each other. I really like this one quite a bit, dude. I thought Bullock was great in here. And this was like at the height of Affleck, I think. Like, he was like really coming up and being really popular. I like this one. It's actually kind of fun. Cito. Levity. Oh my god, is that Billy Bob Thornton? Shit. Morgan Freeman, Holly Hunter, Kirsten Dunst, Levity. Well, that looks interesting. Yeah. God. What a long ass time since I saw that thing. Shit. Levity. Columbine, Rush Hour, get over it. Kristen Dunst, Ben Foster, Cisco. What? Shit. Shane West, Colin Hanks, and Martin Short. Get over it. What in the fuck is this, man? Then this hilarious hip comedy. Cisco plays Dennis. That dude don't look like a fucking Dennis. Okay, just saying, man. Whoa, dude. Wow, this is an old ass one. Man, I never heard of this one. With Cisco of all people. The Thong Song, anybody? It was a long time ago. It was a big song, trust me. The guy, Middleman, Buying the Cow. What is this? With Jerry O'Connell, Bridget Wilson, Alyssa Milano, Ryan Reynolds, and Annabelle Gish. My God, this thing is... Shit, this thing is like a real blast. Look at how young they are in this. They are young. Look at the brightest and sexiest young actor, Jerry O'Connell. Yo! Wow, this thing is like a blast. Holy fuck, man. I've never heard of buying the cow, man. Damn. If you guys know about this one, let me know. It looks interesting. Some of these ones I never heard of, man. Stretching Beauty with Liv Tyler. Or Stealing Beauty, I should say. What am I talking about? Jeremy Irons. Like an erotic thriller. Shit. I never heard of this one either. Stealing Beauty. Wow, man, that's a young Liv. Fuck. Man, I am seeing things here that I have never seen before, man. Shit. I'll Sleep When I'm Dead. Clive Owen, Charlotte Rampling, Malcolm McDowell. Sleep When I'm Dead. Fuck. And this is a blast too. I like Clive Owen. Clive Owen's not bad. He's kind of generic, but I do kind of appreciate him though. He's kind of milquetoast a little bit, you know. I mean, some of the stuff I liked him in, but I like him in like side roles. Like, you know, something like Sin City I enjoyed him in, but he's just okay. Interesting. Never heard of that one. American Mall. Okay. Honey, Dream, Royal Wedding. Fred Astaire and Jane Powell. You'll be dancing in the streets with Fred and Jane. Oh, damn, this is shit. Embarked to open the show in England. Innocence Young is a female Don Juan and doesn't take dancing as seriously as his brother Tom. Shit. It is an old ass one. Fred Astaire, dude. Man, guy back in the day had great moves. Shit, this is an old DVD. Fuck. You remember? Shit. And the seal is broken, but it's not bad. I'm also seeing here they have, what the hell? The DVD of On the Line with Lance Bass and Joey Fatone. Oh my God. Look at this fucking thing. I forgot there was a time when, like, you know, these boy bands were so popular that they just, like, a studio just gave them a movie so that the fangirls could be like, oh my God, NSYNC. Shit. It's probably a complete piece of garbage too. Damn, man. I hope none of you guys actually have this in your collection. Please tell me you don't, dude. And if you do, you must be a huge NSYNC fan. Damn, dude. Then they have... Oh, A Perfect Murder, man. I love this movie. And this is a movie that I don't think many people ever talk about. It's basically a remake of Dial M for Murder. And it's about, you know, Michael Douglas's wife, played by Gwyneth Paltrow. She's having an affair with Viggo Mortensen, and Michael Douglas hires Viggo to kill his wife, and there's all these complications and everything. It's actually really good. I like Michael Douglas in here. Viggo's great. And I think this was like the first time I had ever seen Viggo Mortensen before, and he was fantastic, man. I love this one. Not many people talk about, but they definitely should. They got Mary Riley, Gretchen Wilson. What is this one? Secrets in the Fall. We got that. We got Tower Heights, which is not terrible of a movie. The Dreamgirls Sorority Boys. Oh yeah, I do remember Sorority Boys. Now that I look at the DVD cover, yeah, this one's not bad, dude. It's basically these guys, infiltrating a sorority, and every time I watch this, I always think to myself, I'm like, how did these chicks not know that these were guys? Like how, like unless these chicks are impossibly stupid, and well, okay, they were impossibly stupid, but still, it's like a fun 90-minute comedy. It's not terrible though. Holy shit! With Patrick Dempsey, Jennifer Connelly, Some Girls. There's nothing that love, laughter, and a little therapy can't fix. Dude, I've never heard of this one, man. Never in my life. Wow, man, that's a young Patrick Dempsey, young Jennifer Connelly. Scandalous, playful, irresistible. Connelly. Let's see, Christmas or something. Wow, dude, this is only $2.99. This is one I would have to watch. I'm a fan of Dempsey, man. Wow, dude. I'm finding like some of these DVDs are like forgotten films that like I've never heard of, or it's been so long since I've ever seen them, dude. And Some Girls is like one of those ones where like, dude, color me surprised, I've never heard of this one, man. Wow, shit. Not that. They got Heaven is for Real. Source Code, which is a really great flick, man. I really love Source Code a lot. That's a really great one. Wet Hot American Summer, which is awesome. Oh, God, don't make me puke. Eighth Country Strong, Wimbledon. Naked Gun, 33 1/3. Holy shit. This is great. I love this movie, man. I love all the Naked Guns, but honestly, 33 1/3 is actually my favorite, which is the final one. I love this one. It is so ridiculous and so fucking over the top. Anna Nicole Smith is actually really good in here. Leslie Nielsen was funny as fuck. I love this one with the Hollywood stuff and them like spoofing that. I think it was pretty hilarious, man. I loved it. Can't say everybody's gonna love it, but I do. They got Tomorrow Never Dies. Pierce Brosnan, great fucking Bond. Don't care what none of y'all say. Captain Ron. This is a great comedy with Kurt and Martin, dude. Great comedy. Like, Martin keeps on having all these frustrations, and Kurt Russell's like the smooth captain. I love it. This is not bad, dude. Like Kurt never did a lot of comedies, man. He never did. He always did like action stuff and dramas and everything and kid stuff. Sometimes he did comedies, but when he did a really good job, man. And Captain Ron's not half bad, man. That you have Gandhi, man. Gandhi, Blues Brothers, Vigilance, Scarface, Double Jeopardy. Whoa, shit. Man, Jawbreaker. This one takes me back. Shit, dude. Pam Grier, Carol Kane, Rose McGowan, Rebecca Gayheart, Julie Benz. Death. Totally bites. This is great, man. I remember really liking this movie, and the reason why this movie got so much hype was because I think it was the first time that you had ever seen Marilyn Manson outside of makeup. Before, like, he was playing a role without his makeup, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, the controversy!" And I'm like, just him without wearing his like goth shit. Like, what's the big fucking deal? But it was a big deal for a lot of people, and I think at the time he was also dating Rose McGowan as well. I think this is actually not a bad movie, and I like the concept actually. This was one of those sort of Mean Girls before Mean Girls type of movies. I actually really enjoy it. That's not. I know there's a Blu-ray of it, but I've never picked it up yet. They also have The Way We Were. Shit, that's an old one. The Nanny Diaries with Scarlett Johansson, Chris Evans. Boy, this has got to be an old one, dude. It's got to be an old DVD edition because it's the full screen one. Shit. Like, they actively acted together before the whole, like, Marvel MCU stuff. Shit. They're the best-selling novel, Nanny Diaries. Man, this is an old one. Shit. Man, I've always liked Scarlett Johansson. She's just a really likable actress, and she always does a great job in her roles. Chris Evans, too. Never heard of this one, man. That's an old one. Man on the Moon. This is not the Jim Carrey one. This is like, holy shit. It's a young Reese Witherspoon. Jason London. Sam Waterston. Fuck. What's it about? Deeply moving film. Oh, it's a coming-of-age sexual discovery? Really? Whoa. Man, I never heard of this one, man. This is like one that's definitely flown under my radar. Damn. Shit, we are finding some really interesting stuff this time here, man. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Here. The Birdcage, really fantastic flick. It runs in the family. Oh, yeah, I did see this one. This is an old one. I hadn't seen this in a long time, man. Michael Douglas and Kirk Douglas together. Sort of like a family drama. It's actually not a bad movie, but it's been so long since I've seen it. Man, blast from the past on that one, too. Shit. Oh, they got RPM. Oh, my God. David Arquette. Feel the rush. They're addicted to stealing fast cars. Sort of like Fast and the Furious before Fast and the Furious. Famke Janssen in this fucker too. Kind of almost like looks like almost like Gone in 60 Seconds or something like that, which I love, man. Damn, dude, this is young Arquette, man. We're seeing like some really unique flicks, man. Stuff I've never seen before. Shit, you guys are gonna have to like let me know if you've seen any of this stuff, man. Yo, The Wolfman, not a terrible adaptation, but I'm not gonna lie. Bob and I, when we saw this in the movie theater, we laughed hysterically because Anthony Hopkins, when he turns into a werewolf, his werewolf looks like a fucking hamster. And we were just laughing hysterically. We're like, we're supposed to take this seriously? I'm like, what? That was weird, man. Angry Into the Blue. God, that's an old one. Shit. Man, rest in peace, Paul Walker, man. Man, good flick, actually. Enough. Another one of my mother's favorite movies, man. She loves Enough, dude. She loves the story of like this woman on the run from her abusive husband and how she's got to fight back. My mother loves this movie, dude. That one, Casualties of War, Heaven, Head of State. Monty Python, The Meaning of Life. Great flick. Awesome flick on that one. That... Shatters with Pierce Brosnan and Maria Bello. Oh shit, dude, this is an old school one too. God damn, man. Wow, this is crazy what we're finding here, man. They got Impulse. Never heard of this one. Her desire for passion ignited a deadly game of seduction. Very interesting. Love Hearst. Lust Kills. Yeah, no shit. This is fascinating, dude. Look, I never heard of this one. Angus McFadden is not really the most popular actor I've ever seen. Like, not many people would like consider him a leading man, dude. But why not for Impulse, for like a lusty thriller? Okay. What is this? Where Angels Go, Trouble Follows. Stella Stevens. This is an old school one too. Shit. God damn, man, that's an old school one. Fuck. That they've got Oh, Janine Garofalo. God, Janine Garofalo, man, the matchmaker. I remember this movie, but like a lot of these, it's been so long, man. Fuck. And a lot of these ones you don't even hear of anymore, dude. But Janine Garofalo, man, I remember when Janine Garofalo was really popular. She was in a lot of flicks, man. Whatever happened to her, dude? Man, I kind of miss Janine Garofalo. She wasn't sort of your typical leading lady either, which I really liked. Dennis Leary, David O'Hara. Not bad. Dog shit. Dog shit. Date movie is dog shit. And a lot of these sort of date movie, superhero movie, all this is crap. Crap. Scary movie is really the best one out of all of them, to be fair. But these ones, God, these ones dog shit. Straight Talk. With Dolly. Oh my God, this takes me back too, man. Old school flick with Dolly, man. I appreciate Dolly Parton mainly from 9 to 5, which I really like Dolly in that, and of course Steel Magnolias. Her and James Woods were really great, man. God, this was one you never hear of either. Fuck. That one they got. Man. One Fine Day with Clooney and Pfeiffer, which is actually really great, man. I really like this flick. It's a really great sort of romantic comedy, man. I really like them. I think the chemistry they had was fantastic together. That's awesome. That Bobby Deerfield, shit, this is another old school one. Fuck. And from Big Lots too. Oh, okay, great. Man, so much great Pacino, dude. Pacino's fantastic. It's been so long, man. It's a great flick. The Client. The Client is another really great movie that I really love, and this is still sealed, man. The Hot Prices on DVD. So good, man. So good. The Client. And a great movie directed by Joel Schumacher. And I'll kind of talk about Joel Schumacher a little bit more at the end of the video, but damn, was he a great director, dude. Great flick, man. Touching the Void. It's been a long time too. Touching the Void. Shit, man. Then some really great stuff to check out, dude. Then over here I'm seeing they have some TV season sets, a bunch of Sex in the City, Ugly Betty, Prison Break. How are that set's all fucked up. That Magnum PI, Real Housewives, the Die Hard collection. Well, the Die Hard collection of only 3 flicks. This was way before the other ones, but fuck. You only need the 3 flicks. Let's be fair. You only need the 3 films. You don't need 4, and you damn well don't need 5, dude. Anatomy, Boy Meets World. Oh shit. Arliss. God, dude, it's been so long since I've seen Arliss. Fuck, what a great goddamn show, dude. I used to love Arliss, man. This was back in the day of like late night watching stuff on HBO, dude, and just like making sure my parents knew that I wasn't awake. I love this. I love this show, dude. Like Robert Wool was fantastic here. I love sort of the sort of like agent and the hilarity of dealing with like your clients. Like I thought this was really fun, dude. There's been a blast from the past on that one. Shit. How I Met Your Mother. Bunch of 24. All that stuff. Elizabethtown. Drop Dead Gorgeous. Holy shit. This is a great flick, man. I love this movie. This is one of those really great, like, sort of like spoofing, sort of like the whole like pageantry stuff and everything. Denise Richards is great in here. Kirstie Alley's hilarious. Kirsten Dunst is fun, and this is one of the first times I remember seeing Kirsten Dunst in a movie and really liking her, man. This is definitely a fun one. They've got the Korean or Japanese version of Superman 2? Like all the weird writing on there. That's so weird. That's interesting to find here. Look at that. $2.99. Oh well, shit. I can't read anything here, man. I don't know if this is Korean or Japanese. I don't know, man. This is a really bizarre find. I mean, I love the movie, but I've never come upon this edition. Shit. Volunteers, really great flick with Tom Hanks and John Candy, man. This is great, dude. Love this flick. This is another movie you never hear of, dude. Like talking about Tom Hanks, never hear of Volunteers. This is a fun flick, man. Of course, they would also work in Splash together as well. And I believe this was the movie that he met Rita Wilson in as well. That's a really good one, man. Can't believe they have that. That's movie 3. They got some Blu-rays here as well. A 2-pack of Predator and Predator 2. Weren't they supposed to... I could have sworn they were supposed to put Predator 2 on some sort of like special edition Blu-ray, but that never happened. Like it was like on a pre-order thing on Blu-ray.com, and it never happened. And I was always waiting for that, but it never came to be. It really sucks. Hopefully one day they'll do it though. Lone Hansel and Gretel, Chuck. Theory of Everything, not a bad movie. The Changeling. The Swordfish. Oh shit. Wall Street. Money Never Sleeps. Very nice. I got a chance to watch this one in the theater when it came out. And honestly, see, a lot of people shit on the movie because, well, it's not as good as Wall Street. Well, no shit. Of course it's not as good as Wall Street. But I actually really like this movie. I think it's actually really well done. And for a movie that's following like an iconic flick so many years later, it did a good job. I like Michael Douglas here as this manipulating guy many years later. I thought Shia LaBeouf did a good job here as well. It's actually not a bad movie. If you go in with the right expectations, Wall Street Money Never Sleeps isn't half bad, though. I do like this one. It's been a while, though, but I do remember really liking that flick. Got that. I got more DVDs down here. Demons from Her Past. No Boundaries. I got that. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Now, when I first watched Wes Craven's New Nightmare, it's not that I hated it, but I was kind of indifferent about it. I'm like, well, it's not really part of the Freddy series. It's more like an offshoot. And the kid was kind of annoying, and I was like, I don't know, dude. And the more I've watched it, the more I've actually come to really enjoy it. I like it's sort of very referential to sort of Hollywood and behind the scenes stuff within the horror genre. Kind of like, this was sort of clever horror before Wes did Scream. And it was kind of interesting. I thought overall, though, Robert Englund did a great job. I really like the look of Freddy here. Heather Langenkamp was great. The movie's definitely grown on me. I will say that much. The movie has grown on me, though. Any Given Sunday. This movie is one of the best football movies of all time. I don't care what you guys say. This is an absolute fucking classic, man. I love this flick. I think Cameron Diaz is awesome here. I love Pacino and his sort of like contentious sort of relationship with Jamie Foxx. I think this is a great flick, man. And I'm a big fan of Oliver Stone. And this is one of my favorite Oliver Stone flicks, man. That's a great flick, dude. Let's see. Whipped. The fuck? A comedy that leaves marks. Cause that's like a young Amanda Peet in here. Shit. Man, this is one I never heard of either. kind of interesting. That they got In Her Shoes. I remember this one, but it's been a while since I've seen this one. It wasn't really that memorable though, but it was okay. Annihilation, Bride Wars. The Ring 2. Shit. From Hollywood Video. Very nice, man. You know what, dude? I wish I could say I actually liked The Ring 2, but I really don't, man. I mean, the first Ring is great, but Ring 2 is really god-awful, man. And I saw this in the movie theater with my mother. And I end up remembering, like, that terrible, like, CGI deer scene, and it was like a needless sequel, man. And it's a shame, because the first Ring is so good, but the Ring 2 is, God, I mean, compared to the first, it's real dog shit. Sins, and Raising Helen, Artie Lang's Beardly, Whatever It Takes, Drillbit Taylor, The New Guy. Oh my god, man, this has been a while too. Fuck. This was sort of mindless fun. The New Guy wasn't bad. That From Paris with Love. French Kiss, man. This is another blast from the past. This is actually not a bad one with Meg Ryan and Kevin Kline. I actually like their actually like chemistry together. I think Kevin Kline's pretty good in here, and Meg Ryan, man. Meg Ryan back in the day was an absolute sweetheart. She was great, man. God, wonder whatever happened to her, but she's great, man. This is actually not a bad film. Not many people talk about this one. That's pretty good, and actually so is Lake House. Lake House is really good too. I really like Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves together. They make a good duo. They have really good chemistry together. I wish they'd actually work together more. It's actually not bad. And it's kind of not giving anything away. It's kind of a bit of a time travel movie in a little bit of ways. Not really, but it has kind of that element. It's not bad though. And they have over here Boa Vader Launch, Clean Open Water, Sworn to Silence. Whoa, look at this. This is wow, this is blast from the past. Dabney Coleman. I didn't even know Dabney Coleman and Liam Neeson ever worked together. Shit, color me surprised on this one. This one is completely sealed too. Shit. Fear should have the one. No, I never heard of this one, man. Ooh, man. You know, you think you know everything an actor does, like Liam Neeson or Dabney Coleman, and then you see something that completely, like, shocks you. And this is one of those. It looks interesting. It's definitely not a comedy, put it that way. And I'm kind of shocked because Dabney Coleman is pretty much known for his comedy. Oh, dude, that's actually pretty cool. Sworn to Silence. Never heard of that one. And Teacher. Future Knowing. Dirty. With Cuba Gooding Jr., Clifton Collins Jr. Whoops. Interesting one there. I got that. Yeah, no. Stupid Man. What's this about? Woman, man, woman, trouble. Love makes the smartest people do the dumbest things. Well, you got that one right. Interesting romantic comedy with Mila Jovovich and Denise Richards. I didn't even know that those two actually worked together. Shit. On some really interesting, like, movies never heard of, man. Think that Trapped in Paradise. This is a really fun one with Nicolas Cage and John Lovitz, man. I really like this one a bit. It's not bad actually. This is a pretty funny flick. I like that one too. Stand By Me. It's a pretty good one too. God, man. Wow, man, there is so much really interesting movies, man, worth checking out here, dude. Some I've never heard of, others complete blast from the past. Shit. Dude, that's crazy. The stuff that we found here, man. Well, that's what happens when you come into a Goodwill. You never know what you're gonna find. And damn glad I got to see some of this really interesting stuff, dude. Hey, sometimes it's worth it coming into a Goodwill for some of the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Never know what you'll find at the Goodwills, guys. You never know what you're gonna find. But you know what? I've always said that there's some really unique and interesting sort of DVDs out there of movies that have never hit on Blu-ray or anything like that. And coming to this Goodwill pretty much proves it, dude. Like, there is so much stuff that I've either never heard of or haven't seen in a long ass time, and stuff that has never even came to Blu-ray at all, dude. It's actually kind of astonishing. This was a really great time checking out the media here. There's a lot of really interesting sort of out of print movies, DVDs, things that I would have never found out or never even heard of if I didn't come in here and check the stuff out. Like, sometimes going to a Goodwill, like, sometimes you think you're not going to find anything, and then you're really surprised, dude. This was a good gamble to come in here. We've kind of been missing out on some things and striking out at other places, but this is a good opportunity to come in here and check out some really cool media and see some out of print love that we weren't going to find at any of the other places. Not half bad, guys. Definitely let me know if you've seen any of those flicks, man. Some really unique titles that I'm kind of curious what you guys' opinions are. So definitely let me know. But gotta say, this was a trip that was well worth it. Not half bad, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's head to the next location. All right, so look, guys, after quite the adventure at the Goodwill, I figure let's go to another place that I hadn't been to in quite a while. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm coming back here. It's been so long, man. And that is none other than Best Buy, baby. Oh my God. Am I really going back into Best Buy? Holy shit, I actually am. My God, man, it's been so long, dude. I have missed Best Buy in a big bad way. There it is. Missed Best Buy a lot, man. I don't know what I'm going to find here. Probably not much, to be honest with you, since they're probably still restocking and there's not a lot, you know, as far as like stuff that's coming out. But maybe there's some things that I can check out that I wasn't able to get to before, whether it's steelbooks or other exclusives. It's possible, so I'm going to give it a go. Going into Best Buy for the first time in a long time. Thank God. Let's head in and check it out. All right, everybody, we are at Best Buy. Holy shit. Can you believe this, guys? We're back. We're back, baby. And the first thing I'm seeing is they have the Blu-ray digital of the Watchmen TV series for $39.99. Oh, baby. Now, this came out like a couple of weeks or so back, and I knew that they had a steelbook edition that they were going to release at Best Buy, but I didn't think we were ever going to get a chance to actually look at the steelbook, but thank God we finally do. This is, I said it then and I'll say it now, this is a great show, guys. This is fantastic. I don't know whether we're ever going to get a second season of this show, but if we only get a first season, guys, this is well worth watching. It's so relevant to the times we live in now. It's amazing, guys. Definitely get up on this. It's fantastic. Really, really amazing. It spins off of the Watchmen comics in a really great way. Definitely do it, guys. It's really amazing, man. Fantastic, dude. Really great steelbook, dude. I really like sort of like Rorschach sort of look there. That's actually really cool, man. Then I'm seeing over here they have the 20th anniversary edition of Gladiator for $24.99. Jesus Christ. 20th anniversary? Are you fucking kidding me? God damn, man. Is it that long? Dude, I saw this movie in the theater, for Christ's sake, dude. I saw this in the movie theater, man. I was there, dude, and now like 20 years later, god damn, I'm getting fucking old. Jesus Christ, dude. This is a great movie, dude. Usually I'm not into these sort of like epic, back in the day sort of war dramas, but Gladiator is one of the exceptions, dude. This is an amazing film. The action here is incredibly epic. The story is really great. Russell Crowe, and this is, I think, the first time I ever really experienced Russell Crowe in a movie, and he was awesome here. I really loved this one quite a bit. It was amazing. I thought this was the best of everything. It was the best of a war drama, of an old school sort of gladiator feel to it. The acting was fantastic. The directing by Ridley Scott is amazing here. This is one of Ridley Scott's best films, hands down. Really great, dude. And the weird thing is they kind of talked about years later doing a sequel to this. And I thought, how fucking weird was that to ever think of about doing a sequel to this movie? But there you go. Like that's Hollywood for you. They'll milk anything, dude. But yeah, so Gladiator actually got a 20th anniversary edition steelbook. Not bad, actually. Not half bad. Actually, I like the cover with him sort of in sort of his battle stance. Not bad, man. It's only $24.99, and it is 4K. So, and honestly, this has got to look really good in 4K, because I think there are certain movies that will look better than others, and Gladiator is one of those ones that are going to look really good, I think. It's not bad, honestly. A lot of special features here, man. Not bad. Shit, if you haven't picked it up and wanted it in 4K, they got that. At that there. They also have the 25th anniversary. Jeez, man. I remember this one coming out, too. Good Lord, man. I'm getting up there in age, let me tell you. Of Braveheart for $24.99. This is another 4K steelbook as well. Really nice. Not half bad, dude. Now, Braveheart. If I had to pick between the two of them, I'd probably pick Gladiator as my favorite among the two of them. I'm not saying Braveheart is terrible. I actually really love Braveheart. I think it's a great war epic film. I think Mel Gibson is fucking outstanding in the movie. And he also directs it, does a fantastic job here. I think Braveheart might be the more iconic of the two, but I prefer, as a movie, I prefer Gladiator more. But this is a great film, dude. It's honestly great. I love the acting here. Mel is awesome here. I've always liked Mel in these sort of big epic sort of action war movies. He's done some really great ones out there, and this is one that I think is really fantastic. It's actually really, really good. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I really do love this flick. It's not half bad, dude. Interesting steelbook edition, man. Not half bad. I have a feeling that probably Gladiator would look better in 4K than Braveheart would, but I think Braveheart would still look fantastic in 4K, and a lot of special features too. Not half bad, man. Shit. Braveheart. And the last steelbook, at least for over here, that we're seeing is Yes, Friday the 13th, baby. $14.99. Who was the killer in Friday the 13th? And don't say Jason, because you'd be terribly, terribly wrong, dude. Everybody does that. Everybody sort of mistakes that. They're kind of like, oh, yeah, it's Jason. And I'm like, no, it's Jason's mother. Yes, there you go. Common mistake everybody does, dude. This is a fantastic looking steelbook. Look at this thing. It's really almost like the original art, dude. Of like the kids in the woods there and the killer with the bloody knife. Really nice, man. Friday the 13th is the one that started it all. It's absolutely classic. Is it the best of all the Friday the 13th movies? I don't know. I don't know if it's the best of all the Friday the 13th movies, guys, to be honest with you. I mean, I love the movie. It's classic. But I kind of prefer the later ones with the Jason character. I mean, I'll always love this movie because of Mrs. Voorhees, early performances from people like Kevin Bacon, which is great. It's a great movie, 1980 classic, amazing. I love the flick, dude. I honestly do. However, I will say this much. If you guys are thinking of picking it up, if you're only interested in this movie then that's fine. Go ahead and pick it up. It looks awesome here. However, there's rumors going around right now, and I don't know how accurate the rumors are at this point, but there's rumors that Scream Factory is doing a whole new collector's box set of all of the Friday the 13th films. I'm really hoping that's true, guys, because I actually have the steel tin edition that's out of print now, and I love that edition, but I think they can do better, and I'd love to see Scream Factory do another edition. I honestly would. I think it'd be really cool. So it might be worth waiting on this one if there's going to be a huge, like, big collector set that Scream Factory is going to do. It's been rumors, rumblings, but there's been a lot of, like, directors and producers and actors that have been part of the series that have, like, oh, I recorded a commentary, or I did an interview, and they don't exactly say what it's for. So I have a feeling that it will happen, just don't know when, but the series is phenomenal, dude, and this one started all. In fact, weird, because Sean Cunningham, who produced this, they actually wanted to make, like, a family-friendly, like, soccer movie or something, and they thought, well, the best way to make the revenue to do that is to make a horror film, and that's how Friday the 13th happened. But then this was so successful that they said, fuck it, we're not doing the soccer movie, we're just going to continue to do more Friday the 13th films, and thus the legacy of Jason Voorhees was born. Very nice, dude. It's a great movie. It subverts some expectations within the genre. It's one that has influenced the genre in so many ways, and I think in a lot of ways, guys, I think that it's one that doesn't get a lot of love. I think a lot of things get more love. I think Friday the 13th Part 2, 3, 4, I think some of the later ones do. But Friday the 13th gets forgotten, and I think it gets forgotten because the lack of Jason, but they never even thought of Jason as sort of a killing character until later on, when they really had no other options. So it's kind of interesting to look back at Friday the 13th and sort of see the origins of a lot of things within the genre, and to see the ending, which sort of hinted at the killing Jason, the mutilator himself, that would go on to do some pretty cool things. Not half bad, man. Not half bad at all. You do get here a lot of stuff. Commentary, trailers, Tales from Friday the 13th, and actually a lot more. Not half bad. Like I said, guys, give this a look. And if you're interested in only this, then go ahead and get it. But I have a feeling that I want you guys to save your money for an even better set that's coming down the line. Definitely give that one a go, dude. Not half bad. That's really cool that they have these 3 steelbooks here. Actually, 4 steelbooks. Not half bad, guys. Some really cool exclusives if you're looking to get them. Not half bad at all, dude. And how cool is it to come back into Best Buy? Not half bad. Let's see if they got anything else. Alright, guys, we're over at this end of the movie section for this Best Buy, and as you can see, there's like this huge friggin' ladder that's sort of blocking my way, unfortunately, but I do see one thing if I can kind of get over there and grab it. Oh Lord. And that is none other than the 4K collectible steelbook of Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Now, this came out a little bit ago, I know, guys, but I did not show off the steelbook at that point, and Best Buys were closed, so now I am finally getting a chance to show off a lot of steelbook love, apparently. So, yes, not half bad, man. Actually, this is a pretty good cover, and it's actually a pretty decent movie. It's kind of interesting, because my friend John said he picked up the movie, and when we watched it, I actually kind of think that he probably wasn't like hugely in love with the movie, but I think it grew on him, and I think Harley Quinn kind of grows on people. I think the character does. At first, at least when I first knew about the character kind of was, I don't want to say annoying, but it was kind of like, it's kind of grating on my nerves. And then over time, I've been like, okay, she's not a bad character. There's more to her than just being like Mr. J's, like girlfriend sidekick. There's more to her, man. And she's grown into a better character. I think Margot Robbie has done a good job with this character and the role. I'm very curious to see what kind of role she's going to have in James Gunn's Suicide Squad. I hope we get a trailer for that really soon, man. But I just wanted to show off some Steelbook love. I tend to feel like I've been missing out here at Best Buy, man, and I need to sort of do some catching up. So why not show off some good, like, Harley Quinn Birds of Prey Steelbook action, right? Let me see if I can get back over here. All right, guys. Well, as you can see, there's a lot of areas of the physical media that they don't have stocked up right now. I mean, a lot of it is very much still empty, like we saw up front as well. They still do have some good areas for physical media, some stuff over here, 4Ks and whatnot. Some of the Disney stuff over here, and some random bestsellers and other movies here as well. But it's not bad right now. But Best Buy is still getting their feet, on the ground, and still, getting a lot of stuff in. So not half bad, guys. But this is not a Best Buy I normally go to. But they had a few things. I wanted to show it off. So I'm damn glad I did, guys. With that being said, well, didn't show off a lot, but hey, it's a start. Not half bad. Let's head out. Wow. Damn, man, it has been a long time since I have been in a Best Buy. I think, March was the last time I was in a Best Buy? It's been a while, guys, and boy, have I missed it. Truly, I have missed it in a big, bad way, guys. Now, mind you, this is not the Best Buy that I usually go to. I usually go to the one in the mall that has much better selection and variety. But you can't really fault this Best Buy because, yeah, they don't have a lot of stuff. There's a lot of empty areas. But with the whole coronavirus thing, when they closed, they weren't really getting any trucks or anything. Because why would they get a truck of a lot of, items in stock when they're just closed or they're doing curbside pickup? I mean, it makes sense. So it's going to take a while for these Best Buys to sort of get back in stock and get back to where they used to be, and hopefully that'll be very soon. But I wanted to come in here and see if there was anything interesting to show off, and I got to show off some Steelbook love, and that is always well worth it. Exclusive Best Buy Steelbook love, and I know you guys really love it, and I have definitely missed it for sure. Not half bad, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully we're coming back to Best Buy in a big bad way. Maybe not every single week, but hopefully it'll start to be the regular trend for the out and abouts starting very soon. Hopefully, guys, well, we've been hitting it a little bit better. Started out not in a great way, but we've slowly gotten better for sure, guys. Glad to come in here. Let's head home and finish the video. All right, everybody. That'll do it for the Blu-ray and DVD out and about video this week. And my God, man, I went all over the place. I seriously did. I went to a hell of a lot more places than I even showed in the video. In total, I went to 3 Walmarts. I went to 3 Targets. I went to a Best Buy. I went to Goodwill. I ended up even going over to Soundgarden, and I went there to just see if they might have had Pennyworth the first season, and if there was anything else worth showing off. And I mean, my God, man. I mean, I was running around constantly. And the reason why I did, to be honest with you guys, is that I felt so bad about not seeing anything at that first Walmart and Target. And I was just hoping every place I went there was going to be something to show off that I could put it in the video for you guys. Because at the end of the day, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you who watches the videos. And I truly mean that. And I understand that you guys take time out of your daily lives to watch these videos. I understand you have work and you have errands and you're visiting family or you have daily life struggles and issues. And for you to take time out of that chunk of a 24-hour period and somehow are okay to give up that time to hear me talk about movies, you guys have no idea how much that really affects me and how much every single week I say to myself, God, I want to do the best I possibly can for you guys. Because if I don't, then somehow I feel like I've let you guys down. And that's why I went out of my way to do as much as I possibly could, dude. I really did try, man. I kind of feel like in some ways I may have failed a little bit in this video. I didn't, I felt like I should have traveled like 40 or 75 miles away to kind of to find media to show off. But yeah, man, these are tough times for stuff coming out in the stores, these brick and mortar stores, dude. I mean, you'll find stuff online like crazy, but in these stores, man, it's so tough, dude. And I fully recognize it. And for me, I just thought to myself, God, if we're not seeing this, then let me try to take a gamble on some of these other places, and I'm glad I did. Some really interesting and some wild media to show off for sure, man. Some really fantastic stuff. So I'm glad I got to show that off. I'm glad I'm hopefully made the video worth it for you guys at the end of the day. Hey man, sometimes you never quite know. Doing these out and about is always a gamble, especially when there's not much media to show off anyways. You never know what's going to happen, and this one was definitely a wild ride. But I hope you guys did enjoy it. And I hope you guys picked up something good this week. I mean, God knows you're not finding much in the stores. So hopefully you did, guys, get something good, whether it's stuff from the past or some cool pickups online. Definitely let me know. As far as I'm concerned, well, let's get into it, shall we? And the first thing that I picked up, guys, is a package from Diabolic DVD. Oh, they must really love me at Diabolic, man. I order a shit ton there. But this particular one is actually a Arrow Video title. Now, I really love Arrow Video, man, and they put out a lot of really unique and interesting titles this year, stuff that I've never heard of, a lot of indie horror stuff. And at this point, I really do trust Arrow. I've gambled on a lot of titles that they've put out, and I've never really been disappointed. So I decided, let's take a gamble on another one. This is a 1980s horror flick. It's one that, honestly, some people were really excited when it got announced. Other people were kind of scratching their heads because they never heard of it. I was one of the people that I'd never heard about. I was like, okay, it seems interesting to me, so I'm going to give it a go. So, a blind buy, but hopefully it's going to be worth it. But you guys are not going to find out exactly what I picked up until my Blu-ray pickups video, which will drop next month. It'll show off all the titles that I picked up for the month of June. And I got to admit, guys, June is almost as equal to what I got from May. I mean, there's so much great indie horror, out of print titles, new releases, collector editions, limited editions, retro titles. There's so much really cool stuff that I got. A lot of stuff that you guys might have never even heard of either. So you guys know I pick up a lot of unique stuff, and this is no exception, guys. So definitely stay tuned to that one. And this is not the only pickup that I got, but this is the only one that I'm saving for the June pickups. I also ended up getting a package from Walmart. Now, this I got at the second Walmart, guys. And that is none other than Gone with the Wind. Yes, I picked up the Blu-ray of Gone with the Wind, guys. Now, this was there, as I said, in the second Walmart, and I was actually going to show it off in the video, but what happened was that Walmart employee was looking at me like I was gonna steal something. I mean, he was really hardcore looking at me, and I was like, you know what, dude, I don't want the fucking hassle, dude. I don't want the hassle. I don't want any of that crap. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna hold off and show you guys, at the end of the video here, and I'm damn glad that I did. So yes, they had 2 copies at the second Walmart. This copy here, which actually is in really perfect condition with the slip, and then they had a second copy which the slip was torn to shit. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get the good copy, man. So like I said, I paid $7.50 for this. With tax, it came to $8.10. And honestly, I'm not paying those ridiculous fucking eBay prices. I'm not doing it, dude. There's no fucking way in hell that you're gonna see me pay that shit. I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to be selling this copy, guys. I've never had Gone with the Wind in the collection before. But honestly, I do think it's important to hold on to these titles and to hold on to film history. And Gone with the Wind is definitely film history. Look, man, you know, could I flip this movie? Could I make a lot of money off of it and flip it? Of course I could. But I'm not going to do that because you guys know me better than that. I'm not going to pull that crap. And so this is staying in the collection. Gone with the Wind is finally there. Not bad. Academy Award winner, worth having in the collection by far, guys. So keep a lookout at Walmart. Keep a lookout at some of these places because you never quite know if you're going to find it. And do your best to not give in to these scalpers and these resellers because these people just take advantage of you. They don't care about the physical media. They don't care about the movie themselves. They care about making money and screwing people over. And so don't fall into that trap, guys. Try your best to find it. Go online to Amazon or some of the other places, but do me a favor and don't give in to these scumbags. Please don't, guys. But I'm happy that I actually found one. I wasn't even expecting it, so unexpected surprise for sure, man. So Gone with the Wind on that. I also, so while I was at Soundgarden, I was looking around and some stuff kind of looked cool, but there was a lot of people around and no one was really social distancing, so I was like, shit, okay, I don't really want to like go out of my way to wait a long time to show off stuff. So maybe next time, guys. But what I did find, and actually it kind of looked really interesting to me, and that is the Blu-ray of Nightwish. It kind of looked kind of interesting here. It's in your dreams, no one can hear you scream. It kind of looks really interesting to me, man. And I was just kind of looking at it, and I looked at the trailer on my cell phone while I was checking out the disc, and it looks interesting. It's basically about these students who are going into the dream world to kind of control their dreams, and this sort of mad doctor that is sort of controlling them, and it sort of has evil purposes, and what happens in the dream world could affect the real world. It kind of has vibes of like Nightmare on Elm Street and like Altered States and even like Flatliners or something. So it has some cool vibes to it. The trailer looked cool, so I gave it a go. It's a used copy, but I gotta admit, Soundgarden is really great with used copies because if it's scratched in any way, if it's bad, they go out of their way to not buy it from a seller. Like they will not do it. So this is in great condition. The slipcover is in amazing condition as well. So whoever had it before me did a great job keeping up with this, and the slip is in perfect condition. So it looks good, man. I'm actually interested in checking this sucker out, man. I mean, it has like Clayton Rohner in it from April Fool's Day and Just One of the Guys. So I'm giving this a chance. This is a blind buy, but you know what, man? It kind of looked cool. The slip looks cool, and I'm up for a little cool like 80s horror. So why not, man? I'm gonna give this thing a go. Definitely let me know if you've seen it, what your thoughts are. So pick that up. But last, certainly not least, is I finally picked this up because I wanted to get this. When I heard it was getting announced, I had to give it a go. And that is none other than the Blu-ray of Pretty in Pink right here. Very nice, man. This sort of Paramount Presents series, which looks really cool. And it kind of opens up to this on the inside. Is this full-on sort of mini poster, which is really cool, man. It opens up with that. The same artwork on the inside as well. And this is a movie, guys, that I love. I think John Hughes is one brilliant dude. He made some of the best classics from the 80s. Whether we're talking about 16 Candles or The Breakfast Club, add Pretty in Pink there as well, man. It's a great story about this girl who kind of is an outsider, but really likes this guy who's more of like the popular kid, and but he's very rich, and she comes from the different side of the tracks, and it's kind of their kind of love story, and it's this romantic comedy. It's great, man. I love the movie, man. I've always loved it. I thought it was always great. Whether it's Andrew McCarthy in here, whether it's my man Ducky. I mean, come on, man. I wanted to be Ducky, dude. I wanted to be that motherfucker. And everyone's like, well, why don't you want to be Ducky? Because he doesn't get the girl. By the way, Ducky should have gotten the girl. Okay, I'm gonna sit here and tell you guys right now, Ducky should have got the fucking girl, dude. You can hate him all you want. That guy should have got her. And just John Cryer is so good in the role here. He's so great. Everybody is really great. Molly Ringwald is great here. James Spader. By the way, in the '80s, James Spader played like the best douchebag. Like he really did. He had that thing down like a lockdown, dude. He was good. He plays a great douchebag. Molly Ringwald always played the really great sort of high school chick. This is a winner on all accounts. It's funny, the romance works, great characters, the movie's well written, everything's going for this flick. It's great, and Paramount did a really great job with this. I think they did a fantastic job. Now, mind you, I thought this was actually going to be done by Criterion, because Criterion did 16 Candles, and they've done The Breakfast Club, so I thought, okay, they were eventually going to do Pretty in Pink. And maybe down the line they might, but Paramount decided they're going to put out their own line of movies under the Paramount Presents logo, which is cool. I'm glad they're giving more love to physical media, and I was waiting for this to get a really good Blu-ray release. They definitely did release it. Now, before you say I'm going to get rid of my DVD, hold off though, guys, because the only special features you get director Howard Deutsch talking about Pretty in Pink, and you get The Lost Dance, the original ending, and theatrical trailer. That's all you get. Don't get rid of the DVD. And the reason why I say that is because the DVD here comes with the audio commentary by the director. It comes with the making of Pretty in Pink. It comes with Zoids and Richies. It comes with a whole bunch of other featurettes and other like epilogues and photo gallery, and it comes with a whole lot of other stuff that you don't get on this disc. As much as I'm really happy that Paramount Presents is doing this, and that Paramount is going out of their way to give some of these films in their library more of a spotlight, I wish they would have put all the special features from the DVD onto the Blu-ray. They didn't, unfortunately, do that. So just know, hold on to your copy of the DVD, because there's features on here that unfortunately is not on here. Maybe one day I might get a like 2-disc, case and put this in there. But for the time being, keep a hold of this sucker, because there's some things on here that unfortunately ain't on this one. But that being said though, guys, this is a really, really great addition. The film looks beautiful. They did a great job with it. The sound, everything, they put a lot of heart into this. Unfortunately, the special feature department could have been a bit better, but hopefully Paramount Presents is going to learn their lessons, and hopefully they're still going to put out a lot of really great titles going forward, and hopefully they'll learn their lessons about, okay, we're going to include all the special features. This is one of the first in the line. Hopefully they'll improve, but I wanted to show some love to this line, and hopefully Paramount will see the sales, and hopefully the sales will be good enough that we'll see more in their library. Let's hope, guys. But in the meantime, though, not half bad. Even though I gotta keep the DVD, it's still well worth it. Definitely get up on Pretty in Pink. And before I let you guys go, there's a couple more things I wanted to talk about. The first being about Joel Schumacher. Joel Schumacher ended up passing away early this week, and it's kind of interesting because Joel Schumacher, I think, has affected everybody who loves movies. I really honestly do. Because Joel Schumacher was such an eclectic director, and he's done so many wonderful movies that has spanned so many decades. And he has been one of those directors that you've crossed paths with his work one way or another. It doesn't matter whether it's St. Elmo's Fire or The Client or A Time to Kill, Phone Booth, whether we're talking about Batman Forever or Batman and Robin, or of course, whether we're talking about Lost Boys, which of course most of us love and cherish Lost Boys. He's he's always been a director that never decided to stay in one genre. He would do like, like psychological thrillers, and he would do superhero comic book films, and he would do horror flicks, and he would do like romantic comedies, and he was never stuck in one genre. He always decided to really go out and expand his horizons. And I really appreciated that from a director like him. He literally affected me and me being a movie lover. And he's not a director that we automatically sometimes always praise. Like, we'll praise the Wes Cravens, and we'll praise the John Carpenters, and we'll praise the Toby Hoopers, and we'll praise all of these people, and they all deserve the love. They all deserve it. There's no doubt in my mind that all of them deserve the love. Absolutely, 110%. The Alfred Hitchcocks of the world, the Steven Spielbergs, or the Richard Donners, everybody. But sometimes it felt like Joel Schumacher has been kind of overlooked. And I get it, dude. I understand that, like, you look at Batman and Robin, and Batman and Robin is so fucking terrible that sometimes it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and you end up saying to yourself, you're like, well, fuck it, man. Like, this is just really bad, and we can't think of anything else in his work other than Batman and Robin. But that's not true. I mean, you look at Lost Boys, and Lost Boys is so great. Not only is it scary, but it's fun and it's entertaining. You look at St. Elmo's Fire and all those young actors, and sort of the romance of it and the comedy, and A Time to Kill is such a great pulse pounding thriller. The Client is really well done, really dramatic. You look at something like Phone Booth that was really tense with Colin Farrell and Kiefer Sutherland. You even look at a movie that personally is one of my favorites of his, and that is none other than, trying to see where it is right now, and that is, oh, there it is 8 Millimeter. 8 Millimeter is one of my favorite films that he's ever done, man. And the reason why it's one of my favorites is because he went out of his way to do this really, like, dark and gritty, almost like this sort of like grindhouse sort of thriller of this sort of underground world of sex and murder and lust. And this, when I first watched it, I was like, this is just really just like, oh, like icky to watch. Like these people are like gross and everything. And you're like, oh my god, this underground world is seedy and sick, and it really sort of just like really was intense to me. And then when I learned, oh yeah, that's the same guy that did fucking, Batman and Robin, and he did fucking Lost Boys. I'm like, are you kidding me? This fucking guy? Like, it was really awesome, dude. And let me tell you something, man. I think this is a great movie. I think he has done so many really wonderful films, and he has really went out of his way to be a great director of all genres. It's not just horror, it's not just romantic comedies, it's not just thrillers. He does it all, and he's a director that I think has affected all of our childhoods, has affected all of us as movie lovers, and to me, he is one of those guys that I truly am gonna miss. But the great thing about it is that his work is gonna live on forever, guys. I have Lost Boys in the collection. I have 8 Millimeter. I have a lot of his classics here, and I know you guys do as well. The good directors, we're gonna hold on to their movies. We're gonna cherish them. There's memories in them, experiences that we had, that those movies will forever be ingrained in our hearts and our minds. And the Joel Schumachers of the world are never going to be forgotten, dude. And so rest in peace, Joel Schumacher. You are going to be incredibly missed, but your movies are going to live on forever. I guarantee it, guys. His movies are going to be ones where we're going to be talking about them decades from now because there're just so many great memories included in them, and they're just goddamn classics, dude. So I'm going to miss him incredibly, but I know the movies are definitely going to live on in a big bad way. And the last thing to talk about before I send you on your way is something that kind of interests me, actually. And that is, I got a recent comment from one of my subscribers on the recent Blu-ray pickup video that I did for May. And he talked about how I'm not a true collector, that I only get a small amount per month, and that's not a lot, and he's going out and buying 50 to 100 Blu-rays every single month, and how my collection really isn't that impressive, and I'm a fake and I'm a phony, and he's welcome to his opinion. He's absolutely welcome to it. He can say what he wants. That's the freedom of America. But it sort of came down to a larger issue that I was thinking about, and I'm like, what makes a true collector? I mean, really, because what would you guys think of as a true collector, really? And the reason why I say that is because, yes, I don't go out of my way to buy, a shit ton of physical media every single month. I usually buy between 10 to 14 titles per month, maybe actually a little bit more. But the issue that I have is that, look, I have a full-time job. I have to pay bills. I have to help out my mother. I'm spending time with my girlfriend. I'm making other YouTube videos. I only have a certain set amount of time for things. On top of that, I don't want to just buy up movies like crazy just for the sake of buying movies. That's never... Well, I can't say that's never been my thing, because it used to be my thing. I used to, when I was much younger, I would buy movies like crazy every single day, every single week. I would buy something constantly. I used to work at Media Play. We had a discount at Media Play. Well, guess what? What do you do with the discount? Well, shit, you buy stuff. And that's what I did. And eventually what happened is my collection, just inflated to, I at one point I had 5,000 DVDs. And I'm not even lying to you guys. I'm not even sitting here lying to you. I had 5,000 DVDs. I one time counted it. And I was sitting there one time looking at all this, and I kept saying wow, I'm looking at this title and I'm looking at that title, and I'm saying to myself, I'm like, wait a minute, I don't even like this movie. What am I doing here? I'm just buying for the sake of buying. I'm not even interested in some of these movies. I just saw the movie on DVD and fucking took it because why the hell not? It was a good price, and so I stashed it. And for a long time, what I would do is every 6 months I would get rid of a shit ton of titles that I didn't need and just got rid of them. Or I transferred stuff over to Blu-ray and then got rid of the DVD. And eventually the collection thinned down to a reasonable amount that I could handle. I was able to look at all of the movies in the collection and say, I really love this movie. And this is a movie worth keeping in the collection. Is that a true collector mentality? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe you guys consider me sort of a fake or a phony because I didn't keep all those 5,000 DVDs. That I got rid of a lot of them. I sold stuff over to Soundgarden, or I gave stuff to friends. Or like I said, I maybe have put some of the stuff on eBay. Whatever. I just, to me, being a true collector is not about how many movies you have or don't have. I think we tend to think of true collectors in terms of size, right? Oh well, look at his wall. His wall is like like piles and piles of movies. He's a true collector. I don't consider that, dude. I mean, I consider myself a collector of things that I love, and it's movies. And the certain movies that I love and care about, I'm going to own. The ones that I don't like, yeah, I may enjoy the movie, but do I think it's worth owning? No, sometimes I don't. It's not that I'm against the movie, it's that I have a preference whether I want it in my collection or I don't. It's simple as that, guys. And I feel like people just go out of their way to buy stuff for the sake of buying stuff, and and I think sometimes what people do, and I've seen it so many times, whether I've heard of stories on Blu-ray.com or other friends that I've had, is that they eventually look at their collection and they say, "Oh my God, I have a pile of movies that I just don't care about," and what did I do? That money went down the drain. I would rather spend like a certain amount of money that I budget every single month for a certain amount of titles, 14 to about 20 titles depending on, the month and what looks good, sales, you name it. And have a certain small amount of movies that I get every single month instead of getting 100 titles. And maybe out of the 100 titles, I'll like 20 of them. And then suddenly I sit there and be like, my God, I paid the money for this stuff where it could have went to bills, or it could have went to groceries, or it could have went to, wow, having sort of a great day trip with my girlfriend. I love physical media, guys. I love it with all my heart. But I am also very practical about the do's and don'ts and what I want in the collection and what I don't. And I'm not going to go out of my way to buy something just for the sake of buying something to say I have it in the collection. I want to be able to have movies in my collection that I love, that I know I want to keep, and that I know are going to give me endless hours of entertainment no matter when I watch them. And that's what's important. And if you build your collection around that, if you build your collection around the fact of your own preferences, what you love, then you can never go wrong. And this mentality of like, well, you're not a true collector because you don't have this title or that title, or you don't have like 5,000 DVDs and Blu-rays, and you don't have them stacked all across your apartment, and you can't move around. You're not a true collector. I don't buy into that, guys. I don't buy into that one bit. And I think it's a false I think it's a I think it's a false argument to say that in order to be a true collector, you need to buy so many titles on Blu-ray and DVD every single month to prove yourself. I don't have to prove anything to anybody, to nobody. The only person I have to prove things to is myself. That's it. And like I said, I buy a movie, like Gone with the Wind. I buy that. Okay, cool. I wanted to buy this. I didn't have to buy it. I could have left a copy there and said, hey, best to luck to somebody. No, I wanted it. The same thing with Nightwish. It looks cool. I wanted it. You know, and yes, I take gambles as on blind buys, but I do it because I do my research on those titles. I look at the trailers, I look at reviews, I look at other people's opinions that are similar to my own. And I do my due diligence to do the research and then come away with my own opinion. And majority of the time, I'm very happy with what I get. I'm just kind of curious. This we get into this whole world of collector status and who's the best blue tuber and who's the best like collector among all of the collectors, and oh, their collection doesn't stack up to that person's collection. It doesn't matter. Everybody's collection is unique because it's based on their own love of their certain genres and the movies that influence them, and that's it. Every collection is unique. One is not better than the other. Everybody has uniqueness in their collection, and everybody has movies that they cherish and love. And we should never knock down somebody just because they just don't get enough titles to satisfy somebody. I think it's ridiculous, guys. I think it's nuts. I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to put it out there and see what your opinions are on that. Definitely let me know, man. Like I said, I love what I own. I love all of the collection that I have. The stuff over here, the stuff over there, up over there. I love it all, man. But it's tailored to me and my loves and my interests. And if other people don't like it, fine. They don't have to watch the stuff. I do. I own it. It's my unique collection, and that's that. That's what I think, guys. Definitely let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Check out the other Blu-ray and DVD Tuesday videos I do. The movie reviews I do with my friends. The movie hunting videos. The Blu-ray pickup videos. And much, much more. If you love movies and physical media, hit subscribe and become part of the Film Fan Nation. Look, guys, I want to thank you, man, about your support, the great comments, the feedback, the liking the videos, sharing my page with other people and going out of your way to really show me a lot of love. And I really hope I show you the love back, guys. I really honestly do. Thank you so, so much. And keep up to date with everything I'm doing through Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. FilmFan108. Keep up to date with everything I'm doing, plus special pictures and videos I do from time to time on social media as well. And I just want to say thank you, by the way, to the gentleman that I saw at Best Buy. Remember a few weeks back, guys, when I ended up telling you that I told this guy at one of the Walmarts that couldn't find the Jaws 4K to go to the other Walmart that had it? Well, I saw him this time around at Best Buy, and he thanked me. He said, dude, thank you. I found it. It was awesome and everything. And he wondered what the channel's name was, and I gave it to him. So if you're watching, sir, dude, I'm so glad that you ended up finding it. So glad to actually run into you. And I'm so glad that you found some good physical media love thanks to me, dude. So great. Thank you for watching. And, dude, more physical media for people to love? I'm all for it. Not half bad, guys. I will see you back next week for a brand new Blu-ray and DVD Out and About video. Take care, everybody, and happy hunting.